what happened? So you just did regular checkup?
Yeah, man. Just I haven't got some blood work done in a minute, so
Uh,
I
everything.
yeah, I'll find out today actually at 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I'm shit. Did anybody see the podcast I did with Dr. Adil Khan?
Mm-mm.
This guy that does the stem cells. He's I think he's from Toronto, so he's something he know the guy. He's a doctor, and he was brought over to Dubai from the royal family, and he's stem cells over there now. So I'm going for stem.
Really?
I'm going for
Yeah.
stem cells too.
To
I'm
Dubai.
gonna.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
going. Yeah.
I'm supposed to go to that one in
Colombia.
Colombia.
Yeah,
How about you?
I don't trust everybody. So you can go to Mexico, but you get them stem cells. Stem cells.
I never been to Medellin before.
Oh. Well, let me know when you're going. Let me know when you're going if you need a
Dexter
companion.
say you're gonna go too. Dexter say you're gonna go.
No,
We have a royal family treatment, right? They're gonna do it with them.
no, I think he has a clinic over there now. So they have so
He's working with them. I'm gonna try it, man. I'm
gonna do it because I'm
for
sure
shot.
I already had a Zoom call with him and we talked and I asked him, I explained to him about my my autoimmune disease. He said, because it will keep your info, it will fix the inflammation issues in your system and everything. So because
Make you
my inflammation
20 years younger, huh?
I don't care about the fucking anti-aging bullshit. It's just for that autoimmune disease. Because my inflammation level last time we checked was 59 and it should be 30 or under. So in high inflammation levels, that will attack the heart, they will attack everything.
Arthritis.
Yeah, I don't need none of that shit because I don't have
I
it.
got my knee and my back is arthritic.
Yeah. So are
My knee and my back.
you doing anything to keep your inflammation down?
Some joint meds.
No. That's not for inflammation.
I mean, with my knee.
You're definitely not doing it with diet. So that's not it. You should at least get some turmeric,
Turmeric.
Yeah.
Let me write that down. Turmeric.
Turmeric and curcumin, or what's the name? Oh, here. Can you see that?
Yeah. Wait, go back.
I need to get.
Put it towards your head.
No, it's because of my background. I know this fucking stupid.
You're losing a background with this. Go back to your face. Put close. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Turmeric, curcumin.
Yes, curcumin. That's the other one. Yes. Get that. Take at least do something.
What's happening without you? Shit.
Yeah. Well, if he's not coming, he's not coming. I mean,
oh man,
he's working on.
Figure it out.
I'm sure he's working on his laptop now. What else is new? Hey, Chris, Milos had a birthday yesterday. He turned 50.
Hey, happy birthday, man! I forgot. I saw that late last night.
Look at him, looking like he's 30.
Yeah, sure.
I would have flew over there and took you out.
Yeah.
Hey, there was like surprise. Like my wife is not saying anything, right? But then I don't get a happy birthday from Regan. I don't have a happy birthday from manager Matt, right? I said,
you're like, damn.
I said, I said, how come they didn't
say
happy birthday?
It almost sounds like you woke up yesterday morning and you were waiting for people to call you to wish you.
So at least you should cover a track and say it is because they didn't do it. I knew 100% they're coming.
So they had a surprise party for you.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, a surprise dinner. But if I'm in town and I don't say happy birthday, Dennis, by 6 o'clock p.m., you know what's up.
Are you still on the phone, Chris?
Hello.
Okay.
Let me give him a call.
Give him a call and see if he's still on. It's OnePlus 7 Pro. He's still on the phone.
Yeah, 7 Pro is connecting to audio.
So where did you guys go? Milos, I didn't know. Are you married again?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were married. I didn't know.
Hey, listen, I said to a few people, if you ever hear that I'm getting married, shoot me. Don't let me. Like Andy Bell from Australia is that.
Hey, so you got married secretly. You didn't tell anybody. You just went and got married.
It's nothing to brag about, right? If you're me.
No, maybe not to brag, but to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, we're celebrating now. As you know, this is the good one. I'm proud and happy, you know.
That's
So,
good. That's
but
took you a
hey,
minute. Took you a minute to
yeah,
fight.
listen, I got her a ring before, right? But there was not exactly a like wedding ring. So a few months ago, like, oh, you know, she wants just like wedding ring. So we go to the place to buy it, and then he goes, oh, you know, so when is your anniversary? And we both like, oh, it was a month ago. Shit. Yeah, so that can't happen again.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yours is July 2nd or something, right? Wedding.
No, mine. No,
Yeah, wedding.
May 31st.
31st.
May 31st.
2002.
What 2002? Oh, you're talking about the wedding date.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was June 29th.
June 29, not July. I think July 2nd. June 29. Okay.
You know what? Let me tell you something. They even put the date June 22nd on my damn marriage certificate. They put the wrong date on there. They put June 22nd and it was June 29th. You know how I remember? Because it was exactly a day before the World Championship finals in 2000. Remember we went to the bar the next day and watched the finals?
Yeah.
And that was the 30th.
We watched quite many things.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Were you there for the bachelor party? Yeah, you were.
Okay. The snake show and balloon show, the razor blade show.
Hey,
Did you see
hey,
the one?
Dennis,
Hey, did you see the one with the goldfish?
Yeah.
Dennis, when he goes from the link and then it shows that square and it'll give you the option of doing testing your audio. He says he's not getting that part. I told him to test the audio on that and see what
Is
it
he
says.
still on the phone? Is he still on the phone?
Yeah.
Tell him get on the laptop. Get on the computer. Oh, he's trying again now. Hold on.
Man, this is a bummer. But what if this happens next time? So we have to figure this out.
Well, you can't because everybody has his own issues, so we don't know what the problem is. You know, I don't know how old his phone is. He might not have a speaker.
Yeah, it's a mic.
I don't know. Because now he's connecting. There's not even a picture.
Holy shit.
That's all right. If not, we'll just shoot the shit for a couple of minutes. That's fine.
You know, I have a live Instagram with Bob Chicorilla today.
I saw that. What? All right. Now fill me in. How did that come about? All of a sudden.
All of a sudden, but if you go on my Instagram, he was with Derek Lansford, Derek, Sean, and Flex. And then they were commenting about Olympia. Here comes Derek Lansford on the stage. And Bob was, wait, right there. Stop the frame right now. You see, you can say a whole lot about the silhouette, about proportions and symmetry and aesthetics and shape. This should be judged. Of course, and I got this right there, and I posted on my Instagram. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Hello. You took away the symmetry around judging, right? You remember?
Yeah. So he said that the silhouette should be judged.
Yes, I'll forward you. Hold on a second, because
everybody looks good in the silhouette.
But you see, it used to be a part of the judging. So it used to be something that was judging the symmetry around. So you got to just hear it. Yeah.
That was your brilliant idea. I didn't see that. I saw that you announced a
it should be part of the judging process. That's what he says, right? So then I said, let me look for some, posing of Bob Cicherillo, to find some good posing routine. And sure enough, Bob Cicherillo posing clinic. Hi, this is Bob Chick. This posing, let me win my contest. Posing is so important. Let me teach you posing. And then he goes, I pose that also, then I'm prick. So, no, you don't want to symmetry round, you don't want to posing, but why you're making this? Anyway, I sent to Tarek, and Tarek goes like, okay, let's do the podcast. Me, probably Bob Cicherillo, maybe Sean Ray, and so on. But then they pull out. So they're too busy, but Bob is still going to do it. So
they're too busy. I think they just don't want to get involved and don't want to get.
They want to get involved, of course.
Caught up in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they might have to give you right, but they don't want to jump on. Okay, I see what's going on.
Yeah, so I know, but at least he said 4:00 today. I'm gonna. I never do the Instagram live. I did it once with you. I don't really know how to do it, so I'm gonna be a little bit like
you just have to go. He will add you.
No, I supposed to add him because I have more people. So he goes, okay, you host it.
Oh, because if he does it, there won't be enough people. All right.
So I don't know.
What you got to do is just you go on Instagram.
Huh?
And you do you hit the plus sign, you go to click live.
Wait. So from Instagram, what do I do first?
You click on the plus on top.
Right here.
And I see live. Okay.
Then you click live, and then once you hit that, and then you can turn the camera to you or whichever way. And then once you hit that button, then it's going to connect.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's that easy, Milos.
Okay, I'm pushing it. So I'm pushing it live.
Yeah, but don't push it now, otherwise you'll go live. It's going to connect right away. So then you have a bottom on top where you can look at the requests, and then you look for Bob Cicherillo when he's on, and then you click on his name, you add him to the conversation.
Okay. I tried to do this. I tried to do it with you once. Just
if you want, we can do a dry run after we finish here.
Yeah.
That way you know. Yeah. All right, Chris, where we at?
He said that he's still working on it. He said, I tried to go through all the little steps, the settings, on the phone, on the app itself. He was only hearing you through my headphones.
He's only hearing you when you're on the phone, though.
Yeah, so I told him just keep working on it if you can, get in if you can, not then try to reschedule something.
Yeah. Then we can do that. So just tell him best thing is just, just try to figure it out, because he has to get, before he logs on, tell him log out, and before he logs on, he can
log out.
He can test his speakers and his sound.
Yeah. You hear me,
Andrew? This is an apology to all the listeners. LQ Gurley will most likely maybe not be on here today because of some technical difficulties, but we'll definitely bring him on next week if he is, if his system is up to par. So in the meantime, we can shoot the shit with Milos and Chris for a little bit. Might not be no 2 hours today, but we can still shoot the shit. So, what else is new, Milos? Other than you're 59 now.
That's it. I mean, I didn't know that we were live talking about this, but might as well as I touch the subject. Chris, what do you know about bodybuilding judging?
What do I know about it?
So
Nothing.
How do you define? Okay, how do you define bodybuilding contest? What is bodybuilding contest?
Well, you're going to be comparing not just one physique, you're going to be comparing one physique to another physique. Symmetry, the way you present your physique, all that matters. Body fat levels, separation of the muscles, and
in one term, it's physique contest. In the 90s, okay, when I turned pro, my first pro show, first round, symmetry round. I won symmetry round. I didn't even know what the fuck this is. But there was three distinctive different rounds. First, symmetry round, which we called bodybuilding. Second was muscularity, which was muscle building. And third was a posing round. But it's in each three, you don't judge a posing movement, you're judging physique. So just think about it. First round was for shape, symmetry, proportion, balance, and you cannot pose. You're supposed to be relaxed from the front, side, back. If you remember, there's a feet together, hands by your side. So there's just assessing your physique from an aspect of your symmetry, proportion in relaxed round. Second, they determined 7 mandatory poses back then. Now is 8. So now, okay, IBB chose 7 poses from every angle that would be enough for them to judge you. And then third round, you have a freedom of presenting your physique, poses other than mandatories, that you have a strength of physique. So you have all the legends. Arnold Schwarzenegger. How many pictures can you think of Arnold, and how many of those are mandatory poses? Mantis pose, twisting back pose, you know, all the poses. Arnold is known for poses everything but mandatories.
Right.
Frank Zane, vacuum, this one. Sergio Liba, who most muscular, but most muscular was not mandatory, right?
Right.
Serge Nubret.
Well, it is a mandatory. It's at the end. Actually.
Now, back then it wasn't, right? But what I'm saying is, Joe Weider, in his own words, when he was explaining, no, you do the poses to impress, because now they saw you relax, they saw you in mandatories, and now present physique, what you want us to see. Let's just show those muscles that you want us to see.
Right.
It's physique round. So stupid Bob, you know, jump on one of my Instagram posts. Yeah, when I put the judging score sheet from our Hungary show, you were in it, okay? And at that Hungary show, Lee Priest placed third.
Oh,
huh?
that's a different Hungary show. I thought you meant the Hungary show.
He placed
shut
third.
up.
Hey.
This
So, but this is
love
it.
the sound. I love the sound of Hungary.
I know.
Yeah, let me just make a point. So I put it there. Lee finished third. I was third in the symmetry round, but I end up 6th, and he ended up third, right? Because symmetry was different. But then, you know, Bob typed, Milos, in which universe can Paul Dillette beat Vince Taylor in the posing round? And I say, hello, Bob. Do you understand? There's physique that is being judged, not the posing. It's not routine. It's not choreography. It's not the movement. It's this fucking physique. This shows that
you want to get a brownie
what you're
point,
judging. What?
You want to get a brownie point in the judge's eyes. Maybe some judge might sway one way or another, the way you really showed a great presentation.
Let me ask you.
I don't know.
Arnold win if there was just mandatory poses? You know, think about it. Just mandatories. Would Frank Zane win if there was just the mandatory poses?
Yeah,
you know,
I get it, Milos, but I don't want you to shoot up, you know, waste all your ammunition that you're going to need today when you talk to him.
Yeah, but
let's talk about something else. Yeah, I trust me, I get you, man, I get you. But I don't want you to run this whole thing down now and then do it again at 4 o'clock. Save your fucking energy. Save your energy, because I know Bob is prepping. He's prepping for sure.
Oh, so, yeah. He's writing down notes and everything.
You know, so on that note, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the Arnold, and let's talk about the prize money increase to 300,000.
This is unprecedented. Never been done before.
But do you think something
never had to before?
Yeah. But and you know what? I think it's a good thing to do. I think it's great from the Arnold team to increase the prize money. And I think that
done that years ago.
I think it will go up even more. Yeah, 2 years ago, not in 21. It was done in 21 for the first time. It went up to 200,000, and now it went up to 300,000. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if they, you know, possibly match the Olympia prize money by next year.
What do you feel about some of the guys not being in it?
But here's the thing, I think that was a little bit of reason too. Because
oh yeah, for sure.
They had 8 guys and Blessing pulled out right away, so there was 7 left. And as soon as they announced the 300,000, Andrew Jack jumped in, Nick Walker jumped in, Patrick Moore jumped in, and who else? Possibly one more person is going to jump in, so that's not 100%.
You know who?
I know possibly, but it's not guaranteed. I don't know for sure. So that's possible. No, we have to wait. We have to wait and see.
Rami.
I don't know. We have to wait and see.
Listen, $300,000 is a fortune. It's like
absolutely.
if you have a possibility right now, something you can make a 300,000 in a one show.
You have a chance to win 300,000, or even if you think you don't win, if you win 100 and whatever 70,000 for second, if you have a chance 10 weeks after the last show, I would keep going too. I know Chris would.
Oh, damn right. I would have been there. If I wasn't on the list, I've been trying to get on that list.
Yeah. I'll be offering 50 G's to get on the list.
Oh, I'm like, how do you pass that up? That's like
the only reason that I can see is probably that some of the guys are just knowing that they push too hard and they need to back off. You know how bodybuilders are. They're not going to tell you when something's wrong.
Take less. I mean, at that point, because like didn't some of the show I know it was very quickly after the Olympia, but a lot of times we wasn't just full on. We weren't on gear riding around of Europe competing with each other,
but it's different if the Arnold is five.
I know. It's a bit
or 2.5 months. That's a difference. You know.
Yeah, but still, it was 200,000 payday with the shows that normally 10, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is chump change, which you really go to that show not even for a prize money. This is now the only one you can make a major prize money. You, Dennis, said first time you got like what 25 grand or something, for you were like, oh shit.
Place,
yeah. Last time I think that Samson got like 3750. He was like over the moon. I mean, that's considerable amount of money.
3750. I think it's 30.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Somehow they divided, but either way, for fourth place. 200,000 paycheck was already crazy. So now they want to entice the people and put it 300. Like, oh my God, that's pass. If you have one brain cell, you have to do it.
But I think it's a great thing to do because for a fact they can't go back to 200, so it's got to stay at 300.
Oh yeah, they can't go back now.
You can't go back next year. So
I didn't even think about that.
So it can only go up from here. Which I believe it will. Because I think
that's going to push the Olympia up.
No, it's not about pushing the Olympia. It's just about making sure you get the right athletes, man. Come on now.
Oh yeah,
Chris. Since when is the Arnold not stacked?
Yeah. It was always stacked. It was almost.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you? People don't even want to do the Arnold. We were putting in hoping we get chosen to fucking be on.
Oh man, it was right up there with the Olympia for me. It was like this.
I mean, come on now. I mean, you're a professional athlete and you don't want to be on the Arnold? I mean,
if they only chose 8 people, that means that they only had 8 people.
That's what I'm saying. They only were 8, and then Blessing pulled out immediately.
Yeah, and Griffin.
I mean, but
he pulled out.
So when they invite the guys, you think they contacted people before they even got to that point, or do you think they just invited the guys?
I know they were contacting people, and people just said, "No, I'm thinking about it." Blah blah blah. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
You have to sign up before the Olympia. Yeah, that was the case. I know that Samson did.
You know how it was back in the days. Back in the days, once you get your membership, you get your paperwork.
Show you what you want to do.
That you want to do, and then they send you the contracts. And for the Arnold, they put you on the list of competitors that want to do it. And I know back then at the Arnold, they had 30, 40, 50 guys on the list.
Yeah. They wanted
15, what was it, 15 that they chose?
Yeah, or 12. There were some shows with 15, but they're down lately to 12.
But 8, and then ended up with 6 would have been
okay, 6, and 2 out of those 6 are 212 guys doing the Open.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that
It was
I'm glad,
shocking.
you know,
That's
so-
another thing. The 212 guys in there, that was never done before.
true, true.
Never
Well,
done before.
unfortunately, Arnold doesn't have a 212.
Not
You know,
anymore.
some guys-
Not
But
anymore.
still, it was still there was never a little a shorter in stature. Don't get mad at me, guys. I didn't call you little. I meant shorter in stature to get into the Arnold Classic like that. Well, they had what's his name? The guy from Italy. What's his name?
Flavio
Baccianini.
Baccanini.
Yeah,
Baccianini. Yeah, he
yeah.
was in there. I remember him, but
Yeah, but I think you know what, and I'll be honest. I think that Kamal and Sean both have a good chance of placing in near the top and make some money. I can actually see Sean Clarita walk away with this thing.
you think
If hold on, no,
it's gotta be
I'm
if.
not finished. I'm not finished. If the bigger guys are off, and
Well,
that's a big if,
so there is
I
a
don't
level
think I don't think I don't think Nick's gonna be off.
huh?
you know. I mean, there is
I
a
don't
level of how off they're going to be, right? In comparison, Sean is going to be fucking razor hard. You
They
know
would
that.
have to be. They would have to be way off.
Yeah, yeah.
They would have to be way
So
off.
look, Akeem Williams beat Kamal in Florida, and some people say, "Ah, he shouldn't have." Yes, he should. I mean, it was overwhelming. Like his one leg was the Kamal's too. There was like so much muscle size. There was so much weight taper, all this shit. I mean, how can you ignore it? It's not only a contest for
But I tell
condition.
you this, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and I didn't see it from I was on stage emceeing, but everybody I talked to was downstairs. Everybody, and I'm talking pros, experts.
Yeah.
Everybody had Kamal winning.
Yeah, because they're looking for condition part only. So if you're looking condition, okay, it's not close, he should win.
Even the crowd reaction, in itself. Chris, you were there. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Everybody had him
It
winning.
helps that Kamal lives in Florida, and all this stuff.
Hey,
And listen,
hey,
I don't
hey,
think
hey,
I
Dennis,
don't think
Dennis.
this has anything to do with it, huh?
When can we get Fabio on here?
Are you busy?
I just texted him right now. He said
Oh.
he's ready to go.
Tell
we
him,
get him on here?
whenever he can
FaceTime?
fix the Zoom.
He's
and-
ready.
and-
He's
and
ready. He's got Zoom. He said he could do it. He want to do it.
Tell him you want to come on right now. You can come on right now.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
right now.
Wait.
Yeah.
Forward the email to him. The email that I sent you with the link.
Wait, let me see. Where? Oh, okay. Let me see. I asked him his email address.
Yeah, and then just forward the email I sent to you guys and have him click the link. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I threw a Hail Mary out there. Let me get in touch with that guy real quick since we brought his name up.
it's a 4'9" at gmail.com.
So Milos, how is Samson doing?
Good, excellent. I mean,
Are
he's
Are you putting your money on Samson to win the Arnold?
yeah, I would. I mean, it's a legitimate chance. Of course, Nick Walker is tremendous competitor. Andrew
knowing-
Jack is tremendous.
Yeah, so knowing that Nick was third at the Olympia, so what is your plan for Samson now in order to beat him?
Slightly tighter condition, better ab control. I think there was visible that the abs were not perfect. And even when I get the feedback from the judges, that was it. Like, hey, better control, lower abs. That he maybe didn't pay attention. Because look, if you see Samson in intercostal serratus, this is super deep. It's like perfect abs, right? But then when he puts it down and did it, he kind of crunches and he loses. So if you have that from this pose into the side triceps pose the same way, right? Into the ab pose the same way, all of a sudden, crazy shredded deep abs connected with the balloon chest, wide, V-tapered, flaring quads. It's a different picture. I think it was that close. When I posed with him before the Olympia, I told him, hey, this is winning or losing. Abs can make you or break you, right? And he did okay, but I think we can do more and better.
What's Chris doing?
Making sure it's right, man. Got my glasses on that.
Huh? What are you taking
You sure it's
pictures of the
right?
screen?
No. I'm making sure it's right.
Oh, you got to hold the phone away from you so you can see? Is your arm still long enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you know
Yeah, I
what?
got it.
I to be honest, I think if Samson had a breakthrough show at the Olympia, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that him and Nick are the two favorites to win the show. And if he can beat Nick and win the show, I think he puts himself in a very good position for the Olympia this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Listen, it's going to be a rivalry between Nick and Samson. Samson need to get in a little bit better condition, more separation, and you know, to match deep cuts of Nick. Nick has that super thin skin naturally. I mean, he's right now ripped, ready to. He can step on the stage Saturday. You know, this is how it is. And when I've seen Nick, I actually had to, you know, let me touch the abs and lower back 4 weeks before the Olympia, peeled, you know, ridiculous, like, oh shit. So, you know, some people have that ability. So when you have that ability, and those people, even they're a little bit off, they still look crazy on, right? And then you have people that are a little bit thicker skin, and even they're super lean, but skin is just not reflecting this cellophane, you know, the tightness. You know, this is what it's at. But I hope you agree that 294.6 pounds on a 6 foot frame and round muscle bellies, that Samson had no weaknesses, thick legs, crazy hamstring. He just put picture of his hamstring yesterday, right? Ballooned up chest. It's something like you, Dennis, back in the day. When you ballooned up your chest, that was ridiculous. I mean, there was a whole other level.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
And he has a shape, and he has a size, right? So it's both. I think he's gonna give Nick a run for his money. I'm not saying who's gonna win, right? Nick is favorite on paper, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, he proved that he can be in this kind of condition time and time again. He's liked by the judges, you know, and the audience. So let's see.
How do you think about Sean going up against Andrew Jack?
Who?
Andrew Jack,
And Sean?
Andrew Jack, and Sean Farida.
Oh, these two
And,
need to be next to
and
each
Nick,
other.
and Samson. That's gonna be crazy.
Let's welcome Flavio. Flavio, how are you? Can you
Turn
hear
some
me?
light on. You got any light? Got a light? A lamp? Put a lamp on.
We might be going through
Yeah?
the issue.
Same issue.
Oh no shit. Let
Hey,
me
Flavio,
see.
can
This
you
is when,
stand up, Flavio?
this is when you bring the older people on. They have them older technology phones.
Let me try to call his ass. Oh, there. Wait.
He's connected.
Same thing.
Now he's connected. Can you hear us, Flavio?
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome.
there you
How
are.
are you, man? It's a pleasure.
Got some
Good
light?
to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
Good to meet you, Dennis. Well, I know you, you know, we all know each other.
You have any light? You have any light?
Do I have any light?
Yeah, your face is dark.
Hold down, hold down.
Yeah, just stand up the whole time.
Because
How
I
you
mean,
look like yourself?
yes, now that I'm standing, oh, you couldn't see me because I'm too short.
It's dark.
Hold down. You got-
I have a bad news for you, Flavio. As we age, we get even shorter.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. It's okay now?
It's a little bit better. It's a little bit
Yeah.
better. It's not great, but it's a little bit better.
Just stand
Okay.
up. Just stand up.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
stand
stand
up.
up. Let it off.
Flavio.
Hold on, give me a
Flavio,
second. Give me a second.
Hey, put those
Pillow.
pillows as the booster.
put a couple of pillows on the seat.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys are wise guys. That's why. Hold on, hold on.
One more pillow.
One more.
Hold on, give me a second.
1 second. 1 second. Turn that couch upside down. Oh shit. That's so funny.
Awesome. So, and what were you saying? Yeah, Andrew Jack.
About-
Andrew Jack next to Sean Clarita is going to be like a Lou Ferrigno next to Flavio.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
big time. That's gonna be reincarnated.
Yeah.
If I was a judge, I want to see it just to see it.
The only difference that I was better looking.
There you go. There you go.
Perfect. Perfect. First,
better.
let me welcome you, man. I really appreciate you jumping in on
Thank
the
you. No, thank you for
on
inviting me.
really short notice. Like
Yes,
2
yeah.
minutes.
So you mean don't ever say short. Don't say
And I
short.
know what short is.
So, Flavio, how you been, man? Do you live in Italy now, or are you still in the
No, I
States?
live in
Palm
Palm Springs.
Springs. Palm Springs, man.
I didn't know.
That's what-
I didn't know.
yeah.
So this is where you're from, Chris, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you
And I
get
just
here
ran
all
into
the
him one
time.
morning when I was there.
I just moved here 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you moved
Yeah,
here
I
from
was in
Italy?
I was in San Fran. No, I was in San Francisco before.
San Francisco.
I worked in San Francisco. Yeah.
Got you. Man,
Yeah.
we were just talking about just like general stuff like the Arnold right now. I don't know if you heard that the Arnold increased the prize money.
Yeah, it's a 300K. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think this is a good thing? I mean, you got to think. I mean,
Well,
it's
of course, there's gotta be money in a sport. You know, I don't think we would never appreciate for all the amount of work that we did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not a sport that, you know, they like baseball or football where these people get millions of dollars of contracts. You know what I mean? So I think they should be a little more rewarded, you know, because it's a popular sport. I mean, you know, it's being, I don't
Do
know.
you remember what the prize money was when you competed at the Arnold?
Oh my God, probably 100 something. You know, Chris wasn't there too. It was my first.
130.
My first one was in '94, and then I came back in 2000. But Chris was, you know, with my first Arnold Classic, so it was about 120.
Hey, you know
You
what?
That was my first one
You
too.
came back in 2000.
In 2000, yeah.
And I was on stage with you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was my first Arnold, 2000.
Yes, when I did yeah.
Flavio, you won second place in the Masters 99, right?
99 and 2002, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
do you remember him on the Arnold in 2000?
Yes, I remember the highlight of the show, the routine, the boy toy and everything, you know,
I was probably backstage when your routine.
Oh, it was crazy. You know, I mean, it was standing ovation. It was an incredible.
You was always good, man. You was always
know.
good. I'm gonna say, you thinking about doing that Masters coming up in where is it?
In
where they having that? Romania. Yeah.
Honestly,
Lithuania.
as far as shape, I'm in shape, Chris. It's not that, you know.
I know. I saw you. The last time I saw you in Palm Springs, I was like, man.
Honestly, I don't know if I want to go to Romania with everything going on.
Right.
The traveling doesn't appeal much to me because I don't want to get there and might get sick or something or whatever. You know, there's this COVID still. You never know. I mean, you don't want to travel all the way over there and then end up to pull out of the show because something happens. You know, I mean, spending time at these airports and you know, you never know what you're gonna catch. You know,
scar tissue.
I mean, doing all the work and spending all the money. You know, it just I don't know. You know what I mean? If I would have made a comeback, I would have asked for a special invitation, the regular Olympia. You know what I mean? And or yeah, I don't know. You know, just
how are you looking right now?
Oh, I'm still, you know, I mean, nothing really changed. I mean, you know, I go to the gym twice a day. I'm gonna be 65 in
oh wow.
in October in August, you know. And believe me,
Oh, you're a Leo? You're a Leo?
I'm in Virgo. You know what I mean?
You're late August.
Yeah.
And
You have abs?
Yes.
Let's see something. Let's see something.
Oh,
shit! Come on, Milo. Come on, Milo.
Let's go, Milo. Come on.
Hey, listen, I knew he was gonna do it. I didn't even ask.
Look what the old school's all about.
I'll be honest. If I had abs like him right now, I would be sitting here shirtless. For real.
But let's go.
Dennis, for me, bodybuilding was a lifestyle. It wasn't just the day of the show. You know what I mean? So,
but that's awesome to see. That's awesome to see you at 65, and even your face, you don't look anywhere near 65. So it's so good to see, and it's always you hear it from the older guys.
Damn.
You hear it from the older guys how much bodybuilding was their life and still is
Right.
today. So, and I hope the younger guys see this and take notes. And take,
I'm not so sure. Everything changed. I mean, those days, to me, those days are gone. You know, our days, I think, was probably the best years of bodybuilding. You know, I don't think there's going to be anything like that anymore. You know what I mean? It got to first of all, got to a level that it's, you know, you know what it is. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Hey,
You know,
no filter, come on, no filters, just say it.
no, it just,
Milos is starting.
I don't,
God damn it.
I don't know.
Let him
It's not
be.
that, I know everything evolves. You know what I mean? Everything gets, it's like cars, you know, before 300 horsepower was good. Now you gotta have 500 horsepower, 600 horsepower. I mean, is it better? I'm not so sure. You know, maybe it's the new way now. Do I want to be like that? I don't know. You know, I mean, I think my health is more important than a few $1,000s and a trophy or whatever. I mean, we want to do this for as long as we live. You know, for longevity, to inspire people also to say these guys, they still look good, they're still around.
Yeah.
They're not dropping like flies, like, you know, some of them.
I wish I had my abs looking like that. That's my
Yeah,
goal
but-
right there.
Chris,
No, like I said,
Man,
Chris,
I want
you
my
know,
abs back.
Chris, honest question. Be honest.
it's a matter of choices, you know, and
Go ahead, Dennis. Come with it. Come with it.
I got you. When's the last time your abs looked like his? How long ago?
When I was in
1994.
Kuwait, that was about 4 years ago. When I was in Kuwait,
come on.
when I was doing my dude.
Really?
You're right. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Bro, I was doing cardio every day. I had my camp out there, so I'm doing cardio with the guys. I'm eating with the guys, and I was just out there. You know, I took a little bit.
You went there fat and you came back with abs.
I came back with abs.
Okay.
I was there for 3 months.
All right. Well, Dennis,
I've been doing that assault bike.
Oh, really? Since when?
Then, since January 1st.
Oh, okay.
This year?
Lord.
Now?
Yeah.
Well,
And 5 days a week, I'm in the gym training right now. Abs every day.
He's listening to
body
Dorian.
part.
He's listening to Dorian.
I'm just doing it, man. I'm doing it.
It's hard.
I follow.
hey, are you doing the 1 minute
Sorry.
routine on the bike?
No, I'm straight
Huh?
through. Straight through 20 minutes.
Hi, man.
That shit's
20 minutes
hard.
straight through.
That good 1 minute workout. You know,
Almost threw up the first day.
Because you use everything.
Yeah, everything. I mean,
Can
Hey,
imagine.
Chris called me the other day. I was doing my cardio outside, 40-minute walk. I'm
yeah.
on my way. By the age of 60, I want to look like Flavio. Flavio, you know,
That's the goal. You set
Yeah.
the standard right now, Flavio.
you,
Yeah,
you
shit,
guys,
yeah.
you always
Go way
you always
back now.
say, you know, I was the little guy in the big crowd, you know. So you guys always treat me like, you know, like one of you, believe me, and I appreciate it, because it was. Let me tell you, it was really hard for me to, you know, stand out in the land of the giants, as you know. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen every day. First of all, I don't think there's any Italians ever placed as high as I could, you know, in this competition. You know, never mind Franco Colombo, you know what I mean? But it just what I achieved, I think I reached the unreachable. I mean, for my stature and my weight. I mean, who competes at the Olympia 145 pounds is suicide. I mean, you know me. I mean,
Bikini champion.
it's a complete suicide. You know what I mean? So it just.
Flavio, how tall are you exactly?
I'm only 5 foot tall.
5 foot.
Hey.
So are you officially?
You said 4'10".
Are you officially the shortest pro bodybuilder ever to be?
I think so.
On the Olympia stage.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
How tall is Sean Clarita? He's about your height.
No, I think he's 5'2", 5'2".
But you know bodybuilders. They say
And the guy weighs about what, 170, 175?
180, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I competed at 145 when I did the Olympia. I mean, all my shows that I was around that way when I did the Ironman.
How heavy did you go in off season?
Maybe 10 pounds.
See, and that's why he's still in great shape. And that's why he doesn't have loose skin. And that's why
I don't.
It's different. If you blow up 50 pounds and you stretch your skin and then you go back to a regular person's weight, you know, you don't look like that no more.
Yeah, no, I'm always on a diet. I'm always, you know, like I said, I eat 6-7 times a day. I go to the gym twice a day, every day.
Damn.
Train twice a day or just do cardio plus training?
I do cardio once and I train with weights, you know, the first time or second time, whatever, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah,
my pro
I'm on my way.
debut, yeah, listen, pro debut, I competed with Flavio, and
Yes,
it was a shocker to see a rip to the bone. I mean, one of those conditions, they're just like, if any of these big guys can ever be like this, it's show is over. Super thin skin, dry to the bone. So educate us a little bit. How did you achieve this kind of conditioning? Even though we all already know that you're keeping your condition year round, but still, year around and stepping on that stage, being bone dry, you know, condition like you. How did you do it?
honestly, Milos, I don't know. I mean, I did what you guys did. I mean, I learned from you people. I used to go, when I was nobody, I used to go to Venice and sit, you know, on the bench and look at everybody and then asking questions. Of course, nobody wanted to talk to me, you know, but it was okay. I think the only person that talked to me at that time was Barry DeMay. And I just picked, you know, advices from this person, the other person. I put everything together. I got good genetics also, you know, as small as I am, as little as I am, you know what I mean? I had the perfect physique, the perfect symmetry. The condition came, like I said, maybe with, you know, the diet. I don't know. I mean, you know, we all use whatever we had to use, but I never abused on these things because I couldn't see myself at, you know, at 200 pounds. I would look, you know, like a cartoon character, you know what I mean? And to me, bodybuilding was about aesthetic. It was about, you know, something that is achievable, something that is say, oh, I can look like him. How can you look like a 300 and something pounds, you know, Frankenstein? I don't know, you know what I mean? So I don't know, you know, just honestly, like I said, I work hard. Probably I had to work hard, you know, in order to compete with you guys. I had to work extra hard.
I believe
So,
it. I can see it now that you worked hard.
Yeah, I do, and I still do. Nothing really changed, James. You know, Dennis. You know, I mean, it really nothing changed from those days. You know, I mean, it just I'm older. I cannot lift the weights that I used to. I got my aches and pain. I got arthritis. You know, I got, you know, we older. You know, but luckily overall, you know,
you're good.
I'm still able to do what I need to do.
Awesome.
And as much as I can, you know, I do my best. You know, like I said.
Did you
actually? I was gonna.
Did you peak for the show? Did you peak for the show? Like drop the water last day, carbs?
Yeah.
You just
well, honestly, I was always ready a month before the show. The last week, it was about, you know, watching the water. I was measuring my urines also at the same time, replacing with the still water. That's what I think. That's what I got, you know, in that kind of condition too. But like you said, you gotta be in shape. I mean, the water is one thing. The fat is the fat. You know what I mean? If you're not ready a month before, might as well if you stay home. You know what I mean? Because nothing's really gonna change in a month. You know what I mean? So like I said, I was always ready, way ahead. You know what I mean? So I kept myself always in good shape. You know,
and that's another thing. When people get in shape for a show, and then you're not there yet, and you start reaching for straws, you know, to try to get in shape. That's when the muscles start to lessen. That's when you start taking sides away from the muscle. That's when you start messing up the shit, your peak, and that's when, you know, it just helps to be in shape early. You know, I like to get at least 2 weeks and just cruise that last 2 weeks, but.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with, you know, some of your best looks if you're in shape early.
The work is done. You know what I mean? When 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, the work is done. I mean, you can't risk any injuries. Like you said, you just gotta cruise. You know, you don't want to take any chances anymore. You don't want to start lifting heavy weights. You don't want to start starving yourself, or I don't know, or you know, or taking laxative and extra diuretics and whatever, you know, just, you know, I saw people dropping over 10 pounds overnight. You know, I remember David Dirt, you know.
20 pounds. I've seen it all. But can we all agree? Can we all agree that, you know, Italian bodybuilders, it's very common for me, I think, when somebody would ask me, what are Italian bodybuilders known for? I would say for their condition. It's very common in Italy to see people super peeled. For whatever reason. It's just, I see a lot of them from Italy, you know? So, you know, so maybe
we got good drugs there. I don't know. I don't remember anymore.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I have a question. I have a question for all you guys.
And good food.
Give me, I just want to see where you guys at. Give me your top 3 most shredded bodybuilders ever. No particular order, just the top 3 most.
Alhamdulillah, Ayatollah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Andy Munzer, yeah.
Andres, yes.
And who else? Number 3.
Okay, to be at that level, hold on.
Dexter.
To be honest, I was drier than Andreas at the Olympia. You know, if you look at some of the pictures.
Yeah, but listen, Flavio, yes, I was drier than Munzer, none of the champions.
Comes to mind. Andy Munzer comes to mind, of course. Hamdi, I call him Handy.
Gaspari.
And you know, who would be the next guy? You think Dexter?
The original shred with Gaspari, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but was Gaspari separated as these guys?
No, I think Richie was
Gaspari
very muscular. You know,
Gaspari brought the glutes on the stage. You know, that was the difference.
right. And the vascularity.
I don't know if Dennis is leading to say maybe Flavio would come into that category of being a top 3.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say Flavio in the top 3.
It could be, yeah, it could be. Yes, exactly.
Because I'm not talking about once.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Okay.
consistently in shape.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
And
So Flavio, you have a lot of respect.
Flavio had the charisma on stage too.
Yeah,
That's what I actually enjoy the charisma and the.
We all have something, Chris. We all have something because we all look different from each other, and everybody had their own things, and that's what was good back in the days. And look at today, everybody pretty much looks the same. Forget about charisma, forget about personality, forget about being a showman, and it's like you know, it's like going to Jurassic Park now. You know, it's like, you know, then those guys, they just stand there and everybody's in a bad mood. You know.
Hey Flavio, do you know that they are not judging the posing round? Do you know that posing is no longer being judged?
Oh, here we go.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just asking because look at he says about the different charisma. Guys are just standing there.
But it was never being judged before. In my day, I never got the best award for the best poser. At the Arnold now they give the best poser. They used to, at least they used to give the best poser. In my days, there was no best poser. You know what I mean?
There was no best poser award because they took away the judging of the posing, and now they're giving a prize money. But the thing is, it was very specific. You say charisma, and now they're standing there because we put the effort in our routines. All of us. I mean, Dennis, you did some great routines. Chris Cormier did a phenomenal routines. Occasionally now when you post some new posing on Instagram, I love it, Chris. I mean, you have that combination.
Thank you, brother.
At every moment where you're at, what angle to show. Huh?
He had good music.
A lot of them.
Yeah, by the way, I didn't say that ever. Listen, I was with Chris at the Rimini show. And the Rimini show, we were going from like a FIBO. So from this booth, and then we go to the different booth, and then the different booth.
Yeah.
So it's okay, you know, and that was like 97, and I had my routine and everything else, right? But in one of those exchange, I forgot, I didn't bring my music. So it's like, I'm there already. Okay, you know, I can pose with anything. Hey, Chris, can I use your music? You sure? So here I am. I get on the stage, right? It was 45 seconds of just talking, like, you know, the rap. Yo, bro. Yeah.
So
so embarrassing.
so you lost the rhythm. You got you got
I mean, because they always say if you're a good poser, you can pose with everything. But
Right.
then I realized you can't really.
Right.
What do you do with that?
If
I don't know
can't
how
sing,
you pull it off.
if you can't dance, you can't pose to Chris's music.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Hey,
have,
can you
you
still
gotta have a step or two at least.
a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
A
Well,
little
but
something.
I'm just curious because again, now we established that we consider you one of the rippest guys on stage ever. Okay, and I was leading to find out the details for the competitors nowadays, for the audience that is listening. So, people, Flavio Baccianini or Baccanini?
Baccianini.
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 Okay, yeah, it's most ripped guy ever. You just said now you were measuring your urine and water intake, and then you were not just taking any water, you were taking distilled water.
Distilled water,
Okay.
yes.
So can you explain a little bit this? And did you balance exactly, or you drink a little bit less than you expect?
The first day I used to replace it with the same amount. The second day we half of the amount. The third day, which was the day before the show, I just used to sip the water. That's it. I mean,
And no diuretics?
Diazide, maybe one, one or two, whatever. It depends, not really that much. That was I think the only thing that I did, so.
To replace exact amount.
So
then replace half amount.
about 4 days out, I used to start, watching the water, replace it,
So do
watching
you
my urine.
remember? Do you remember like 4 days out how much water you had to drink? I don't want to ask you how much you pissed because that would sound stupid.
Then he said, first of all,
I
I was never bigger, water drinker. I don't drink water in general.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
I know. I drink maybe half a gallon a day, not even.
What are you drinking? The Diet Cokes?
No, nothing. I don't.
No,
I
but
just
2 liters is
nothing.
okay. 2 liters is okay.
You said,
Yeah, I mean, and I just did I did my blood test, and my results are remarkable. I mean, nothing. They say I'm gonna live forever. So better.
Why did you even start bodybuilding in the first place, though?
Why?
What?
I started by accident. I don't know. I was doing judo back then. I was in a police academy. A friend of mine had a couple of weights in the basement, and he says to me, "Oh, you should start doing something." And I said, I don't like it, this and that. I started lifting, and then one day I changed my mind. I started going with them to this basement, started lifting weights. We didn't know what we were doing. We were looking at the magazine. And then one night I decided to enter my first competition, and small competition in Italy. And I was in the shower shaving, and my father said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm shaving." He said, "Why?" What's wrong with you? I said, "I'm gonna do a bodybuilding show." What's bodybuilding? It didn't exist. We're talking about 1978. You know what I mean? So so I entered my first show and I won, and then I got into it, and then about 4 years later, I won the World Championship. In 1983, and then I moved to New York. And a funny story, because when I moved to New York, I didn't speak a word of English, and I went to Lou Ferrigno's gym in Brooklyn. But Lou was already in California. His father and his mother, owned the gym. So I went there. I introduced myself, and his father says to me, "Well, let me see what you look like." So I took.
That's the one. That's the one in Pump and Iron. That same one.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Lou, yeah, Matt Ferrigno, and so I take my clothes off, and he looked at me and he goes, "You have a better body than Franco Colombo. One day you're gonna be a champion." See, we're talking about 1985, and 8 years later, I stood up next to his son at the Olympia. So I mean, that was a huge achievement. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, man.
That was his comeback, right?
Yes, in 92, 93. That's when he came back.
Yeah. That was 93, but 92 in Helsinki, Lou was already there. Yeah, that was the second.
Yeah, that was the second comeback, and he looked great. I mean, he looked better than when you competed with in the 70s. He was bigger, more defined.
I think it was 300 pounds.
He said that it was about 3 something, and I said, "Oh, well, I got to go on stage twice because I weigh half of it." You know what I mean?
And even Lou was in good condition.
You know, so, and I say, I'm gonna stand next to him, 145 pounds, and he weighs 290, 300, whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was.
Let me ask you now a tricky question. Why do you think they did that comparison?
That comparison?
Yeah. What they did? Did
Well,
they
first
really
of all,
compare it?
we all of us, we were close in place. You know, it's not that I placed out of the 15. I got 13 plays that day. Lou placed 10. You know, it's not that we were so far out. I mean, I don't know if now, honestly, I don't know if Lou got 10 because it's Lou. You know what I mean? Definitely it wasn't your condition, my condition. You know what I mean? So we shouldn't be ahead of him. You know, but you know, there's a name
No,
factor.
but it was really a huge thing, and it's repeated because it was 300-pound monster against 140
Right.
pound.
Yeah,
And then
but
the audience wants to see it.
Where did
And that's what.
where did
and-
Hamdullah place? Because he was in the same call out.
He was, yeah, I don't know. He was not top 15, I don't think. Yeah.
Lou got 10th place. Good.
Yeah.
Lou got 10th. You know what I mean?
Hamdullah.
Alhamdulillah, quickly,
Abdullah got out of the 15.
Oh, okay. Because he was
Yeah.
in the same call out with you guys. with
Yeah.
you.
There
yeah, you
was.
see, because Alhamdulillah was a little bit light, you know, because Flavio has a tons of muscle for his frame, right? So condition, tons of muscle for his frame, but Alhamdulillah was still kind of a little bit lighter, like classic physique.
Okay, now imagine this. Imagine Hamdullah now in the classic physique.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, he
very,
was great. Yeah.
It would be very competitive.
He would take condition to another level.
Yeah.
To another
You know,
level.
when I ask,
And isn't it fucking ironic to say this 25 years later?
you know, I asked Hamdullah what he trains for legs. He goes, he doesn't. He just rides the bike.
No, he trained legs. He trained legs.
Well,
he trained with Bobo, my friend, Saban Blagger.
I know him very well. I know him well. We were together with the same sponsor at All Stars back in early 2000s, and yeah, he was he made good money as an amateur for Turkey. They every time they won the world championship, they give him a house, or it's like it's way worse. I mean, it's worth for them to stay amateur instead of turning pro because they make more money from the government.
Yeah, he learned that very quickly, so he went back.
Yeah, he told me that.
But at that '93 Olympia, they had a Lou
became 11th.
Yeah, that was you know, because audience wants to see that, and then they put you there because audience wants to see it. You know, I like those mixes when the audience can enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, and then you see you didn't catch it. Last Arnold Classic, Flavio, you said you did the posing routine with the boy toy routine, right? And you put the effort into entertaining the crowd, right?
Oh, it was
and
incredible.
they loved it. So here is a hypothetical question. Right now, Netflix wants to do the for mainstream. Let's talk about bodybuilding, beauty of bodybuilding. We want to introduce bodybuilding to the mainstream. What do you choose? Bodybuilders from the past or from now? Routines from the past or now? Which direction do you go? That is, hey, listen.
What
You should not be afraid to tell the truth, right? If
it's
I would
not
choose,
about being afraid. I mean, this is, of course, I know exactly what he's going to say. What is he going to say? The guys from now?
No, absolutely not. There's no routine today.
Yeah.
You know, they do one pose and then they start going like this. I mean, there's really no.
Milos is obsessed with and he has a great debate today.
I have a debate at 4 o'clock today.
Coming up at 4 o'clock. So I want him to save his ammunition.
No, but seriously, I mean, here is Flavio. We don't talk to Flavio forever. And first thing is now is no routines. I mean, literally speaking, I'm going to tell you this, guys, because I'm going to repeat this later. So don't tell Bob to be prepared. What they have now is Mr. 8 mandatory pose. It's not Mr. Olympia. It's not bodybuilding show.
No.
It's Mr. 8 mandatory poses because that's all that matters. Symmetry round doesn't matter. Core returns don't matter. And poses other than mandatories that show your physique, strength of your physique, don't matter. It's Mr. 8 mandatories. This is what boils down.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
Right? This is really what it is. Because first argument that he has, and Dennis, this is a good topic anyway, a little bit here. Argument is nobody should be alone on the stage because you can't compare it. Nobody should be alone on the stage at all. Well, listen, how you introduce your physique, bikini, wellness, man's physique. First, you have to see it before you're going to compare it, right? So,
who said that? Who said that nobody should be alone on stage?
Yeah, Bob, repeatedly. Yeah, because there's no point of anybody. Supposing routine, right? You're there on the stage alone. You can't be compared.
So does he want everybody to do the same routine and then synchronize, get on stage and pose?
Yeah, I mean, this is his logic that we're going to explore today. I just think that listen,
I want to
back in the day there was more beauty to it, right? And another thing, doesn't matter if it's bodybuilding, anything that you're judging, anything, house, car, okay. If you have 3 filters, I'm going to look exterior of the car, interior, and then performance. You have 3 filters, right? So we were judged through 3 filters. Show me the shape, okay? Show me these mandatories that we mandated. I think this is good enough, 7 poses, front double, back double. This is, but now, Arnold, show us your, beautiful poses. Frank Zane, Serge Nobre, Bob Paris, Sergio Oliva, right? That's the beauty of it. Look at all the magazines and find me how many mandatory poses you see guys do. It's always some signature pose of anybody.
True.
What time is it? Is it 4 o'clock your time?
Yeah, you're gonna be sleeping, unfortunately. Yeah, 4 Pacific. Yeah.
I might just set the alarm just to watch it live. At least a little bit, so I know
4 o'clock.
Until I get enough of you too.
It's not like I want to be right. It's just like so obvious. I mean, we were on a horse and now we're on a donkey, and you're riding and I say it's okay. Okay, when you make a bad decision in life, in everything, okay, you realize, oh shit, let me go back.
What are you trying to achieve with this call? What's your goal?
My goal is, okay, to put them in the mind that bodybuilding is physique contest. Judge a physique, not 8 mandatories.
What's your ultimate goal?
Can be judged through the what?
Okay, I get that, but
what's your ultimate goal?
What are you trying to achieve?
Bring back the beauty of bodybuilding, art of bodybuilding, and beauty. Listen, we can simplify it as symmetry round was bodybuilding, muscularity round is muscle building. Okay, if we're gonna do the shortest possible way, muscularity round, okay. Like we have a bikini and wellness, we have a bodybuilding and madness. Okay, freak me out. Okay, it used to be different, and I know that. Chris, you're smiling, but you didn't want to create freaky physique. You wanted to create.
That wasn't my goal.
Physique. That was a bodybuilding back in the day. Now, if you open the doors and only muscularity is being judged, okay. Nick Walker is freaky. Now he's going to be somebody even freakier and then freakier. So we are going into that direction again. You took away the beauty. In which sport can you go on a field and they're going to say, next 15 minutes, next quarter, next half, we're not going to judge. In which, so
going to move the goalposts.
bodybuilders are on the stage, Olympia stage. Everybody is watching. They came to, this is not being judged. What? You are on the stage and you're not being judged? It's equivalent to, in the high school, I tell you, you know what? Math or physics, we're not going to judge. We're not going to take the grades. Are you going to study? No, of course. Why would I study? So if I tell my guys, oh, let's do the routine, it's not being judged. Why would I waste my time? So you know, okay, you're going to put a $10,000 prize money award, okay, for posing. Oh man, for posing, equivalent to the first place winner. Oh, well, maybe you want good routines. Maybe you want. That's why occasionally you're going to get a sponsor and they're going to give 10,000 for best poser. So you want a good poser. Why don't you put the pressure on the guys And now, you know what? You can fucking lose the contest.
But now let me
You're
ask
gonna
you,
lose the posing round.
now let me ask you this: do you want them to award the best posing routine or the best posing?
No. Not
I mean, the most entertaining routine or the best posing
no.
routine?
That I didn't go there. No, routine has nothing to do. Movement has nothing to do. What Sean would say, emotionally move me or earth shattering. Sean also thinks it's about, you know, that emotional content. No, it's physique. We're not.
know, but
You're not judging your acting or your dancing or your movement.
So you want the judges to judge these guys on the faces they make and the fucking fingers?
No. Acting, no. Poses. It's physique contest. You judge.
It's a physique show. So at the end of the day, the guy who wins the muscularity round will most likely win the symmetry round.
Yeah, and this is what's happening now. And then they're gonna go to the posing round and they're gonna repeat mandatory poses. So they're gonna it is a 8 mandatory poses show. It's not a physique show. It's 8 mandatory poses. Okay, so I post 1980 on my Instagram, just scroll down a little bit, Arnold Schwarzenegger posing routine. There was not one mandatory pose. He just flowed one side, other side, you know, mantis twisting back, this one, you know, oh shit. Not one. Okay, so why would Arnold go on the stage and hit all these fucking poses?
So you think
beauty of the bodybuilding.
You think it would be an idea to
Only do
to tell people, listen, you can't do any mandatory poses in your posing routine?
I mean, I'm not going that far, but did I tell you that Joe Weider asked me why I did back double biceps posing in my free posing? And I said, Joe, what do you mean? I said, you don't, back double biceps is not the good pose. Why do you show no back and no arms? You know, do the twisting back, you look much better. Okay, but don't I supposed to do, you know, mandatory? He says, no, it's called free posing. This is now when you present physique the way you want it.
Right.
You see, they want you to do don't pose in the symmetry round, just stand there, hands down, feet by your side, you know, feet close together. Then I ask you for these mandatories. You got to do these mandatories. Okay, it's physique round. Now show me anything you want. Impress me. So, of course, if you choreograph routine and you have something nice, it helps, but it's not posing that is being judged. It's physique. This is the whole point. Early 90s, there was clearly defined bodybuilding is a contest and a physique contest, you know, that we choose shape, symmetry, proportion, balance, aesthetics, muscularity, condition, hardness, all this stuff, and then presentation, but presentation of your physique. And this is how it is. So you tell me, what would be better for today's audience? Okay, just think about it. Today audience, they go to see Mr. Olympia to already know, oh, this is not even being judged. Okay, and guys are not going to put any effort in this posing routine. As a matter of fact, more than likely, they're going to do the mandatory poses, stick the tongue out and go left and right, which is what happens. Okay, so this is, audience already goes there thinking that, okay? Or he's going to say, you know what? It's such a goddamn pressure. It's close between Hadi and Derek. And, you know, Derek maybe beat him in the symmetry round. Hadi beat him in the muscularity round. And now it's the third round. It's not the movement again. Physique. Impress me. Okay. And you're going to be judged. So if you go there, I didn't prepare nothing and you look like schmuck, you're going to lose. And rightfully so. You're performing. You're a football player right now, you know, getting your ass kicked. Or you're in a ring, right? It's going to be like, we're going 5 rounds, but you know what? In the 4th round, it's not going to be judged, so don't worry. It's ridiculous. Every sporting event has to be judged. And if you're going to bring entertainment like that boy toy story that you have, that was great. You had a house down, right?
Can I say something? Bodybuilding back then was about entertainment. There's not more entertainment anymore. You know, it's all gone. It's all, you know, it doesn't exist anymore. Because like you said, everybody does the same thing. Nothing really changes. You see one, you see them all. You know, back then it was like entertaining the crowd, you know, making the crowd laugh or jumping out their seat, whatever it was. You know what I mean? You know, today it's like you say, it's a freak show. You know, they all stand there, they all do the same. They make these ugly faces, you know. So I don't know. I mean, that's why I honestly, you know, I don't see myself definitely. I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree. You know what I mean? So, but hey, that's my opinion. You know.
Don't
But
you think?
I'm an old guy, so whatever.
Oh,
You know.
right, 65. Oh my God.
You know. So
But
Right,
Dennis, you're usually politically correct. That's good. So I know that you're, yeah. But don't you think that we went from a horse and a donkey?
oh yeah, definitely.
Dennis.
I think that yeah, I mean, listen, I can't disagree with you. This is there's no possible way. Okay, so and I'm not gonna sit here and disagree with you because I can't. You know, I think it's just that it goes with the flow. I mean, with the people changing, and you see who's the champion, and everybody else is looking at the champion. And it started with Dorian, and then it went from Dorian to Jay to Ronnie, from Ronnie to Jay. Those were not the best on that stage.
Dorian changed the game?
I think Dorian changed the game.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming Dorian at all. I'm just saying it started with Dorian, where
It started. Sure.
it shifted
But
to the more
he did.
guys, because
did
we
try to
had the
work-
most
he did.
symmetrical guys standing next to Dorian, who were all in shape.
He did have some entertaining pose routines though. With
I
the,
get it, but that's why it was possible for this to shift, because the people were fucking crazy about a freak all of a sudden.
I mean, everybody.
They were
is
cheering more
freaked
for
out.
Dorian than they were cheering for Flex.
So yeah.
About it, and when you think, Milos, and when you think about
Right.
it, in our minds, on your mind, this doesn't make zero sense.
Right.
Yeah, look, Steve Weinberger thinks that 93 Dorian is the best physique ever, you know, and you know, I really consider him the
Personal
greatest
preference,
judge.
yeah, and that's personal preference.
Yeah,
But
it's
I sat in the audience and I was like, when
Wow.
he turned around and blown up, I was just like,
yeah,
Because he's
shocking.
so fucking freaky.
it's
Yeah,
like
shocking.
everything
I
was just like
understand.
moving.
And
And
that's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why it shifted to you want to see, you don't want people to look the same, everybody almost the same weight, and you want people to stand out.
But still, listen. I want that. We all want that. We want to be impressed. We want to be freaked out. Great. But 91, Dorian against Haney. Haney won symmetry round. Dorian won muscularity round. And then Haney,
Haney.
Haney, you know, beat him again in the last 2 rounds. But if there was just that muscularity round, the way they looked at it, right? You know, today's judging, Dorian would win because they just blend it all in and say, okay, now this is really how it is. So what I'm saying, have a criteria that you're looking. Do we want aesthetics and shape? Do we all want this? If we want aesthetics and shape, and as you see, Bob Cicarilla said himself, that's why I posted on my.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, we want aesthetic and shape, and it's not like there's
Put a number.
All bodybuilders on the Olympia stage have somewhat aesthetic. Nobody is like, we can't say there's a boxer standing there with no shape at all.
Yeah, but grade them. Give that. Like I said, I want Flavio. I don't know if you have a judging score sheet from a pro debut. That was my pro debut. I don't know if there was yours.
Yeah,
you too. Yeah. So I won a symmetry round on that one, and then I ended up being 3rd, and you were 4th. Sonny Schmidt 2nd, and Ron Love. Yeah, Ron Love. Sure. But you know, I just went there to be on the stage. I didn't even think of placing or anything. It was, you know, you're going to the first show, you don't know nothing. I was just hoping to take a picture next to somebody. And then I ended up winning the symmetry round. And I was like, hold on a second, this is great. So they do value the shape, aesthetics. I was under-muscled. I mean, you know, but I won pro show, symmetry round. Oh, they value this. Beautiful. Then muscular round, of course, Flavio smoked me in muscularity round, right? Okay. But
you made a career off of your symmetry.
Yeah, I mean,
but listen, Milos, if they would go back to more symmetrical bodybuilders, don't you think that would hurt? They created a classic physique.
People start talking the
They
classic.
created a classic physique for this. And now imagine if they would bring back the symmetrical guys in bodybuilding, all the classic physique guys would jump up to the open bodybuilding, and it would be a big fucking mix up.
So classic physique is not classic bodybuilding, because if there would be,
I didn't say that. I said classic.
I don't know. So I tell you, they realize that bodybuilding is going sideways and physiques are not being pretty, and so let's bring back the classic. So instead of changing posing and judging criteria, right? Let's make this height and weight, and it's going to be classic physique. So that 2019, you were training Breon for that show, Chris. I think that Breon smoked Chris in 2019. There was not, I mean, if you in a classic physique, you're having limited poses, front double and back double, okay? And Breon had a crazy back, great arms, and Chris didn't have a back or biceps at that time, okay? So just think, and then there was George Peterson. For me, I thought that, oh, this is a classic bodybuilding, so they're gonna look for a bodybuilder type. Still, you know, no, Chris won, and then they explain me this is structure and lighter and all that stuff. Okay,
Right.
This is classic rules, classic judging, no problem. This is not classic bodybuilding. That's not Serge Nubret, right, and stuff like that. So there is a fine line. But do we want mainstream? I think that Nick Walker would still be top player regardless of any kind of, you know, you're going to judge the symmetry, judge muscularity. He's going to still be a top player, just like was Jay Cutler, right? Just like Dorian Yates. You know, size matters, of course, but bring that component, as Bob says, silhouette should be judged. It should be judging round. It was a judging round. Why did you change it? On that note, we were all athletes. Did athletes representative came to our athletes and say, okay, you guys want to change anything? Oh, let's change this one. That was his decision. None of us had anything to say. As a matter of fact, we tried to stop it.
So you're going to try to convince Bob to go back and ask to rejudge the judging round. I think it would be better for you with the argument that you're making to go to, let's say, to Steve's stage ready workshop at his gym and sit down with Steve and trying to convince him.
You know that I would at any time. I mean, this is just.
No, that's why I'm telling you. Maybe because you know Steve is going to listen to you. It's not like I don't want to listen.
You know, nobody likes changes really. But seriously, when you realize that change you made is for worse, not for better, then maybe you should reconsider. Okay, so can we improve on that one? Now, we have uninspired bodybuilders going on the stage doing a mandatory poses for a high-paying audience. I mean, tickets for the Olympia were quite high, right? So they go to the audience to be entertained and impressed in art of bodybuilding, and then you have a less than impressive routines.
The guys that go visit, they watch the Olympia, they know for how many years now that this is the way it is. Nobody's going there to expect classic routines. They know what's happening. So it's not like these guys are going to be like, oh, I thought they're going to do this and that. They already know. It's not something 2 years ago. It's been going on for 10, 15 years now.
Yeah. So they accepted the sad truth. Or some of them is going to go back into the, oh, let me see Lila Brada. Oh, let me see the Bob Paris. Oh, let me see Vince Taylor. That was great. Huh?
Yeah, but Milos, those are most likely the older people. The younger people now, they're coming to see the freaks.
That's true. Yeah. No.
It's really, it's sad but true. They come to see the freaks.
It's a business today, you know.
Right. They wouldn't care if he don't know how to pose the fucking mandatories.
Yeah, well, that's just our assumption that it is still purists that love a physique and art. Bodybuilding should be.
It started, you know what? You know who it really started with? With Paul. Paul was weak and he couldn't pose worth of nothing.
Yeah.
But people were obsessed with like just standing there talking about silhouette.
Yeah, but
so he didn't want to practice that pose either. He was like,
so that was the argument,
and it didn't hold him back at all.
Of course not. Listen, he would beat Vince Taylor in a posing round, and here's Bob Chick goes, hey, how did in which universe can Paul Dillette beat Vince? In the bodybuilding universe, because you're not judging the movement in choreography, you judge the physique. You know,
Right.
Paul
Right.
needs to do is lift his arms, and you say, "Oh shit!"
Oh, you know,
Or
he wasn't
drop
even
the arms
pumped up.
down. Huh?
He did a few you ever see him pump up backstage? He do a couple little push-ups and he put his hands together, go like this.
This is his triceps.
And then and then he walk out on stage. It's like, ah, that's all he did. That's all he did.
You know, and yeah.
That's
The end
all
of the
he
day, I
did.
think Milos, because you know the way you present your case I think is great, but I think you need to present it to the right people.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know. I really don't know if Bob is the right person, because at the end of the day, even if you convince him, he's not going to change it. He's not going to go there and say, "Hey, can you?" You know, he's not going to do it.
Do we want better bodybuilding? You know, better treatment of the audience? Do we want them to enjoy? Do we want to bring back the beauty?
You keep saying better treatment of the audience. The audience that come for the big boys, they don't care how they pose.
Dennis,
if they see the classic just before they get on stage, they see the classic guys pose. So at the end of the day, they just want to see a freak show. I'm not saying all of them, but I think the biggest part,
the majority,
of the majority that come to see the big boys don't.
How many routines did you see at this year's Olympia?
Not one.
Okay, Chris, how many did you see?
Well, I was doing the.
You're coming to you guys have a good excuse. I am a bodybuilding enthusiast, freak, passionate. It was hard for me to watch from beginning to the end, okay? Because all they do is what they already did, mandatory poses.
So let me ask you this thing. You watched all of them, right? You watched all of them.
Pretty much.
Did anybody stand out to you who was qualified where you said, okay, that was
Samson did a phenomenal routine, yes. I mean, but this is what I tell you. 91, listen, 91 Olympia. I'm competitor, first Olympia ever. And I was finished my routine, and then Vince Taylor comes out. And I had to go from the side and watch Vince routine. And there was like one of those moments like, holy shit.
Yeah, the good thing is
good thing is
you don't have to stand to the side no more. You can watch it.
No, back 91 you couldn't. 91 there was no fucking thing back there.
So Milo, so you think that Samson was the only acceptable routine?
I mean, there was a few routines I could say.
Give me some names who stand out. This is just for them.
Okay, William Boniak still does nice little thing. Brandon, you can disregard that one.
Yeah, I'm asking because I don't want the people to think we're trashing them.
No. There's many. I mean, but listen, if I am in this lineup and I'm told it's not going to be judged, I don't have incentive to bring it.
Milos, let me ask real quick. When you watch a pose routine of Samson, of Curry, what are you noticing? What in your mind are you noticing? Are they hitting the pose correctly? Are you noticing? Are they letting their stomach go? Are you noticing? Are they flexing the muscle to the fullest? Are they just playing a physique? Like, what's in your mind when you see a routine?
All that. If you hit the pose, and I did some posing, I have a million guys that will do front double biceps pose. They don't flex the biceps. Or they get in a pose, but they don't think of each and every muscle in this pose. Or you have to put the waist down, you have to flare the lats, you have to sweep the thighs, stuff like that. So those veterans, they're not, making these mistakes. They don't let the stomach out, they know the angles, they know the sequences, even like stability, from foot positioning, where to put the weight on and stuff. It flows, it's great. But I see even in them, okay, they did a okay routine just to pass. But just imagine if right now they already know, you know what, I'm going to be judged for this shit, okay? And this can make a difference from winning and losing. I'm going to do my hardest. Let me try to gain some points. Like I trained Flex for his last show, Flex Wheeler, for the Ironman that Jay Cutler won. Flex was second after the prejudging. Merlin squeaking after this crazy posing routine. And he beat Merlin was second and Flex was third. But anyway, so here is the idea. Dennis, you and Chris and Flavio, right? You're going into the show And you know he's going to be judged for symmetry. Okay, that's your symmetry. Balance, muscularity. You can show all these muscular poses, but now you can show hundreds of your poses. Hey, you know what? That frontal biceps, my biceps doesn't look so good, but I'm going to do this pose, and biceps looks much more peaked. Or I'm going to do biceps from different angle, and you're going to realize, like Joe told me, my back sucks, but my twisting back looks great. And I had my twisting back as my logo in the Colosseum gym. My back sucks, but twisting back look good, right? So show us what you want to show us, impress us. That's why now.
Well, then they have to change the mandatory poses. Because
No, mandatory is mandatory.
Because at the end of the day, when I watch a bodybuilding show, for me, the most important thing is all guys come out individual, do their mandatories. Yeah. Now I judge your physique already. Your physique is judged. I don't think I will tell you your physique is better when you do a posing routine. I'll still judge you by your mandatories.
Yeah. So this is base. And this is pretty much how it's going to be. That posing round, right?
But you see how hard it is, because it's like telling people how to dance, and not everybody's got rhythm. He can have great shape, but he still has no rhythm.
It's not a dance. It's not the dance, choreography, movement. It's still the physique. But now you can show all the other poses. I
understand, but Milos, if you do a twisted back shot and your back looks decent, okay, still doesn't help you, because in your mandatories you have no back.
So you lost the mandatory completely, but then judges realize, you know what? He might not be able to hit the back properly. He doesn't have a mind-muscle connection, doesn't know how to do it, but he has a back.
As a pro, you should have the mind-muscle connection.
Yeah, but you know that this is not the case.
But that's what I'm trying to say. We already judged you in your mandatories. So now, if you look like garbage in your mandatories, your posing routine doesn't matter to me no more, to be honest. Unless it's entertaining.
It's not a garbage, but let's say you could be beating me by a narrow margin up to the second round.
I said it the wrong way. I don't mean garbage, but I mean if your body is not up to par with all the other guys, your routine is not going to save you.
Possibly, very possibly. It could possibly move you up a bit when they see something, because here, mandatory said, show us this. And
they can impress you in a certain way.
I think that was the reason why the posing routine was removed, for judging, because they judged your physique already. There's no more judging your physique in the routine. That's the only way they would do it, so that the one who wins or who is on top at the mandatories is the one that's going to win the posing routine. The posing round, let's put it this way.
Look, in the history from 1990, there was a lot of major changes. I showed, Regan was here yesterday, I showed him judging score sheets, how different they were first, second, third round.
Yeah.
I showed
him. Yeah.
Okay, so why? Because back then they considered it.
Maybe.
And they should consider.
Maybe things changed when, like I said earlier, with Dorian, well, all of a sudden, listen, I mean, come on. This is the best physique up there right now, when you do the mandatories. And then in the posing routine, he's, I was actually impressed with Dorian's posing routine. He didn't have a fancy routine, but every shot he hit was perfect.
But Dorian was master of mandatories. He was master of mandatories. And the only other shot that he had other than mandatories was this. Yeah. What other shot? Okay, back, straight, stuff like that. I mean, he didn't. But
this one.
Yeah, this one. But he did it.
Poses, and he let.
Hold on. Yeah. If it's not here, this is a point.
You're losing all your ammunition. You're not going to think about.
No.
I know. Leave it.
I'm going to just strengthen it. Actually, here. If there was just what you were saying,
getting warmed up.
Judges, they saw you in mandatories. There's no need for a posing round. We would never have a Arnold's mantis pose. This pose.
I know.
We would never have those poses.
I understand, Milos.
So that would never be part of bodybuilding.
I don't know how can I tell you that I get you.
It's Cormier. Shit. But seriously.
But listen, you come out for your mandatories. You come out for your comparisons. Again, mandatories. The physiques are judged.
Yeah,
yeah.
by the mandatories. So let's change the sport into the Mr.
Okay.
8 mandatory poses.
Take this up with the powers.
I will.
I can't
will.
help you. I can't help
Tell
you.
me.
I really can't.
Hey,
Tell me, be ready. I said, I'm ready.
I was gonna say,
How he texts you and said, "Be ready."
Oh yeah, of course. You know how he is.
be
Yeah.
ready.
I told him bring your A game, but I didn't tell him that A stands for amateur.
Yeah. So Flavio, so
How
Flavio,
many-
I want to just get this out one more time. So you
Yeah.
wouldn't do the Masters, but
No.
if you would come back, you would
Uh,
only do the Open.
I would love to. I have
Flavio, you
arthritis.
gotta-
I have arthritis in my shoulders. I cannot hit some of the poses anymore.
Oh,
Oh, everybody.
And I don't want to.
shoulders-
And I don't want to look
shoulders are messed
stupid up
up.
there. You
so
know what I mean?
arthritis is fucking that bad, huh?
I have on bone shoulders. You know, unfortunately, you know,
Stem cell.
I can do anything, but I cannot do, for example, the front double biceps, the back double biceps. It's hard for me to raise my arms the way that I want to.
Really?
As good as I can look.
Nothing.
I don't wanna press-
Did you get hurt?
No, it's just
Like-
years. Years of training.
Yeah.
It is.
I was fine, and then I was in Australia, and I thought I'd act like I was a teenager again, and then body surf my own body on a wave, hit the ground so hard, hit both of my shoulders, and I've been working on my shoulders ever since because I was just in COVID. It was just like a while ago. I was fine until then.
Honestly, I went to see a surgeon, and he discouraged me to do surgery because he said, "You're still flexible enough," but he says to me at the end, "How important for you is to do
I
the
wanna
double
pose.
biceps?" To double. I said, "Well,
It's
it's not
pretty
important."
important.
Well, you know.
but
He said to me, "If I were you, I won't do surgery." Well, this is it. You know, this is most
Yeah,
likely.
but you know what? Have you ever thought about or looked into stem cells?
Stem cells.
I don't know, Dennis. I don't know. I don't know if it would work. If it would fix the problem. Like I said, I'm on bone. You know what I mean? You know, I need shoulder replacement.
It's regenerating.
Yeah, I mean, just
I don't
look into it. Read about it, and and maybe I can put you in contact with somebody who's doing it, who can tell you exactly what he can do and what he can't do.
Yeah.
I would try it, man. You only got one body, man.
I would love for Flavio to ask for an invite to do the Olympia. Why not?
Well,
Why not,
it would be
man? Good
it would be the age factor also. No one has it, ever done at that age.
No,
Well,
there's
yeah,
no
but
way.
yeah. What was his name? What was the black dude name?
Albert Beckles came back
Yeah,
at 50.
Beckles.
He was 50 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, he was older. How old was Beckles when he
It was
left?
54 or something
61.
like that.
60s.
Yeah, 61, 1930.
Come on, Baccianini.
Hey, listen,
Come
I mean,
on.
I tell you,
Didn't he win a show with 60?
Niagara
He
Falls,
did win. He
91.
did win.
So I mean, this is going to be my clickbait, Flavio. Flavio is looking to get in special invite for the Olympia.
Well, like I said, first I gotta fix my shoulder.
But how
If
do
I-
you train if you can't lift arm?
I can train, believe it or not. I can do anything. I just cannot
strange.
lift very heavy weights, but I can do pretty much. The only thing that I cannot do is squat from behind, but I can squat from the front. You know what I mean? So it just
So
you gotta readjust everything.
Knees and hips, everything is still good.
Everything's fine. Elbows, hips.
Milos, do you have any issues?
Back issues?
No, any issues at all.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, really?
What do you got? What do you got?
I mean, when I
Yeah.
blew up my right patella tendon, and then it was surgery was not success. They have to redo it. I had a double surgery, and then when you're forcing one leg to compensate the other one, usually you screw up the other leg. So my operated leg ended up being it's twice the size of the left one because
Oh,
just-
really?
yeah, it's horrible. And then my shoulder, just like Flavio says, when I lift all the way, I don't feel it.
I guess I'm doing.
I would consider. I'll let you do the stem cell and then see if it works, and then maybe I would consider it for sure.
I know Flex Lewis did it. Did it work?
I'm gonna do it, but I don't have any problems. I have no pain. I don't have any issues.
Right.
So I'm not doing it for that. I will do it for my autoimmune disease to bring the inflammation level down in my body. That's all.
Do you know anybody that did it for joints?
Flex Lewis did it, right?
I mean, I
He said
asked him,
it was the worst thing that he ever done. That's what I heard.
worse
Huh?
or better?
What?
Worst.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
I'll call him today to find out.
I didn't
Find
hear
out.
that.
Well, listen, he went to Colombia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. That's another thing because there's stem cells and stem cells. You know, it's like there's grade A, B, 2, C, and then there's the cheap shit that
Yeah, but
you
why
know,
would you say
that works maybe 50-50. Who knows? I don't know. But ask him and see if he had success. You know, if he feels better.
I just know that 20 whenever that started, you know, Charles Poliquin was one of the first guys that ever did it, and he went to Switzerland and was like some crazy expensive and was
And I know it's expensive
it
too.
wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
Don't forget.
a normal treatment is anywhere from 25 to 30,000.
Oh, forget about it. No.
Yeah.
And then what if I go to the Olympia? What I get? A
Well, maybe
handshake?
you can get
If
maybe you
it's
can
for
get
your
a,
health, I think
maybe you
it's
can
worth
get
it.
maybe you can get a grant or something.
Yeah, then I get
From
a
the
handshake
people.
at the Olympia. Oh yeah, you look good, thank you. And then it cost me
You know,
$30,000.
We'll definitely get a participation medal. So that's
But no, I don't know. We'll see. You know, like I
But
said,
hey, but
I'm
no
working
matter
on
what,
it. You
no
know,
matter what, you're still a very impressive guy, man.
yeah.
Very
Look, you're
impressive.
still in great shape, man. I don't care if you come back or not, because you know you're still impressive, and I'm inspired to see you sitting there with fucking abs, the best abs of all of us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe Milos might be a little shy just to show.
Milos, you're in
Come on,
Vegas,
Milo.
right?
Let's see, Milo.
Yeah, I'm not showing it because
Pull that shirt up.
Milos,
Damn it.
Milos, you're not
Your ass.
showing your abs.
You've been doing cardio all
you know
summer.
how bad it is if I
Listen.
don't show my abs. Okay,
Yeah,
this is how bad it is.
I gotta say this because Milos usually has no problem to pull his shirt up.
Yeah, anytime,
None
anyway.
whatsoever. If he
But
doesn't want to show his abs,
lately they disappeared somewhere. I still can't find them. I'm looking around. What the fuck?
But Flavio,
Milos, you're
under the
in
bed,
Vegas,
look under the
right?
bed.
Say
Milos,
what?
you're in Las Vegas?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna come and see you.
yeah,
Okay.
please.
It's
It'll be
only
fine.
3.5 hours from me. You know, it's not far.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Palm
And
Springs.
maybe I can spend a few days up there.
You can do ab workout with Milos. Make sure
Yeah, I
you
can do yeah. And then
yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you're doing it
I'll
right.
do it. I'll do the shoulder presses because you can't lift arms. I'm gonna show off.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
but-
Hey,
then
Fabio,
you can judge. Then you can judge. You know what I look like. You know what I mean?
But can you make a good sauce, Flavio?
Yeah, I can make a good sauce. Oh,
You can make a good sauce.
my food is boring.
Oh, but yeah. Before we go, because I know that
You just
Dennis
want to
is
go.
ready. I just want to
Rubbing
realize
his hands
how
together.
much
I'm
how much
starving.
protein and carbs and calories you were taking back in the day. Because I just want to know, like, what was your food intake?
It was 145 pounds. What do you
Yeah.
think, Milos?
About
Yeah.
honestly, I never looked at calories or amount of food. I was looking in the mirror. That's about it for me.
Hold on a second.
Can you beat South Korea?
You piss in a cup and measure your urine, but you don't measure your food?
I really don't. You know, like I said, I had very small meals 7-8 times a day. That's about it.
I'm telling you, Milos, you know, the Italian way, you know, these guys don't eat. That's why they get peeled.
I don't. I never had anybody to train me. I did everything on my own. You know what I mean? So like I said, it was hard. You know, I had to do my own cooking, shopping, training. You know, motivate myself to go to the gym and do the best that I could. You know what I mean? And nowadays, you got somebody that cooks for you, somebody does the shopping, somebody that trains you, somebody does the posing. You know, back then there was nothing. I mean, you gotta do everything by yourself. I mean, so
Flavio, I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much.
oh, thank you.
Man, that was last minute,
Like
man.
I told John Brown last week. I said,
John, great, yeah.
my plan is to do an all-star old school round table to bring a whole bunch of people on, and I hope that we can get you back on for that.
Sure, anytime.
Where we can bring back some old memories way before my time, and maybe even before Milos and Chris. So
Yes.
we can have some fun. Chris, Milos, I'm gonna set my alarm just to watch it, man.
Yeah, but you gotta show me.
It says 4 o'clock?
get off at night.
Yeah, we're gonna do this
That's
after
fantastic.
I'm done here. I'm gonna
Is
call
that 4 o'clock or what?
Huh?
All right,
4 o'clock?
4 o'clock. Be
Yeah.
there.
All right,
All right.
guys. Thank you.
Milos, what's your number? Let me get your number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, you
Yeah,
might
here.
want to. You might want
Publicly.
to. You might want to do it.
Maybe I can text you
I'll
because
give it to you,
Flavio.
Flavio.
Oh, you
send
give it to me? Okay. You'll send it to me.
I was
Okay.
gonna do it
I'll send it to you.
anyway, right? But
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is funny because I turned pro on that show, the San Jose Pro show. I didn't know nothing about bodybuilding, so they interviewed me for a magazine and they asked me, "Okay, what do you want? How can people contact you?" You know, so I gave my phone number. Jesus Christ! I mean, really, I had to change the number because it was. I mean, it was on all the time. So yeah, let me not say
back then
that.
it wasn't as bad as it would be today. So
Hey, what about the guy at a business that call you on that payphone? Is it hello, muscle man?
I don't know.
Hello, muscle man.
All right, hey, all right, guys, get out of here.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
See you, Flavio.
Okay, Ed,
All right, Dennis.
Chris, give me
Don't
my
cancel
number.
me, Dennis.
All right.
I will. Don't cancel me, Dennis.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll do real good for you, man.
We'll log out, fool.
All right, later.
See you guys.